bumper edition of the Superman news video for the week June 27th, July 3rd, 2014. Our top news stories in this week's Speeding Bulletin include our first look at Superman for Batman v Superman, our first look at what Clark Kent might be wearing in the movie, and a look at some of the exclusive Superman merchandise to be released at San Diego Comic-Con. Let's check out these stories and more in this week's Speeding Bulletin. In movie news, USA Today published an interview with director Zack Snyder discussing the upcoming Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice movie, while also showing off the very first promotional image of Henry Cavill as Superman for the film. Snyder said, "You can talk all you want about other superhero movies, but it's Batman and Superman. Let's just be honest, I don't know how you get bigger than that." The Royal Marines Charitable Trust Fund, an organisation which helps raise money for injured Marines and their families, posted a few photos via Twitter showing Henry Cavill holding up the official t-shirts for the Royal Marines Challenge. The challenge is a grueling commando ski, sail, cycle, canoe and run over 4,000 miles. Many sites are claiming these are our first photos of Henry Cavill as Clark Kent for the new movie, but that has not been confirmed and may simply be because he's standing next to a chair that says Clark on it. More filming for the new movie took place in Pontiac, Michigan this week at the location of the LexCorp building. The building was surrounded by emergency vehicles with some kind of fire emergency sequence having been filmed. A new location for filming is taking shape on the outskirts of Corktown, Michigan, with construction currently taking place on new sets. Workers have been spotted at a parking lot on 6th Street across from the former State of Michigan Executive Plaza building. They've been making what appears to be scaffolding and moving it from the lot to the building across 6th Street. You might recall that back in January we reported on a filming location on the former Camp Metamora property off Cayley Road near Flint, Michigan. We found out this week that filming is about to begin at that location with trucks and trailers having moved in. Earlier this year, the film's crew constructed a house on the property there near the lake. LatinoReview.com claimed to have received word from an inside source who tells them that we'll see 3 secondary villains in Batman v Superman. No, it won't be Metallo or the Joker. The 3 villains they're naming are Morgan Edge, Victor Zsasz and David Kane. Additionally, they claim that Amanda Waller will also be in the movie as a very stern and focused senator with an intimidating presence who doesn't trust Superman. In a video chat with Collider.com, Weta Digital's visual effects supervisor Joe Letteri and visual effects supervisor Dan Lemon confirmed that the visual effects company is working on Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. They said, "We are working on the Man of Steel sequel. Yes, we can't say much more than that, but we're excited." Meanwhile, Amy Adams gained some very positive publicity while on her way from Detroit to LA when she gave up her first-class seat on the airplane to a member of the armed forces. Then, according to ABC News, she happily settled for a spot in coach as the flight prepared to head for Los Angeles. Classy move, classy lady. Never before seen photos from the Niagara Falls sequence from Superman 2, filmed in September 1979, have been posted online by a fan whose sister-in-law, who was 2 at the time, and her parents were extras during the scene where the young boy falls over the railing. Check them out at our website now. A number of Superman items will go under the hammer in the 2014 summer screen-used auction, including a screen-worn Superman costume worn by Christopher Reeve in Superman 3, which is expected to fetch over $65,000. Other items in the auction include Superman Lives screen test costume items worn by Nicolas Cage, including boots and belt, rare Superman the Movie and Superman 2 posters, as well as a Superman 3 prop newspaper are also listed in the auction, which will take place online on Saturday, July 12th, via the ScreenNews.com website. In TV news, we're sad to report that Robert Bob Hastings, best known to Superman fans as the voice of Superboy in the 1960s The New Adventures of Superman cartoons from Filmation, has died aged 89, losing his 15-year battle with prostate cancer. Hastings had a long and successful career spanning many decades. We send our condolences out to his family and friends. In comic book news, DC Comics announced that not only will the best-selling digital-first series Injustice: Gods Among Us return to a weekly release schedule from now until the end of September, but it will also be renewed for a 3rd year. In addition to a Year 2 annual, which will cap off the 2nd year story, the next phase of the Injustice saga will begin with the release of the first digital chapter of Injustice: Gods Among Us Year 3 on September 30th. The Superman homepage Ask Eddie fan forum has been updated finally. Come check out what Eddie Berganza, DC Comics editor of the Superman comic books, had to say in reply to questions put to him by fellow Superman fans about the Superman comic books, and then submit your own question for an upcoming Q&A with Eddie. Superman comics we reviewed this week included Superman number 32, which was reviewed by Adam DeChannel, who rated it a 5 out of 5, saying, "This is a nice beginning, but I think I'll wait for more expansion of Clark's world first." Matt Shaw reviewed Smallville Chaos Chapter 4, saying, "Love the feeling of absolute pandemonium this story has," and he rated it a 4 out of 5. Injustice Year 2 Chapter 12 was reviewed by T.A. Hewitt, who gave it a 2 out of 5, saying, "This installment of Injustice wasn't good, but Injustice hasn't been good in quite a few weeks." T.A. also reviewed Justice League Beyond 2.0 Chapter 23, saying, "There's very little that goes wrong in terms of story here," and he rated this a 4 out of 5. Superman comics available this week from July 2nd include Infinite Crisis Chapter 7 digital comic has been available since June 30th. Injustice Year 2 Chapter 13 digital comic has been available since July 1st. Action Comics number 33, part of the Doom Saga, which is available in a variant cover. Batman Superman number 12, which is available in a variant cover, a variant bombshell cover, and a digital combo pack. Earth 2 number 25, which is also available in a variant cover. Justice League 3000 number 8, Superman Unchained number 7, which is available in a variant cover, a black and white cover, another variant cover, and a digital combo pack. Tiny Titans Return to the Treehouse number 2, Smallville Chaos Chapter 5 digital comic will be available July 4th, Superman number 31 second printing, and Superboy Volume 4 Blood and Steel trade paperback. These Superman, Supergirl, Bizarro and Lex Luthor paperweights and busts make an incredible addition to any fan's collection. Get yourself the DC Comics Superhero Superman bust for $125.91. What about this awesome Sideshow Collectibles DC Comics full-scale Superman bust for $694? These and other great Superman paperweights and busts are available from your one-stop Superman shop, the Superman homepage online store at supermanhomepage.com/shop. In other news, the family of Superman co-creator Joe Shuster has petitioned the US Supreme Court to accept their case for review. The petition challenges the ruling handed down by the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in November last year in favour of Warner Brothers, arguing that the Shuster estate could not have waived its rights because they never held any copyrights to Superman at that point in question. Jeff Trexler, legal expert and friend of the Superman homepage, wrote an article for us giving his thoughts on what this all means and how it might play out. Check it out at our website now. Dragon Models announced the imminent release of their 1/9 scale Superman Man of Steel action hero vignette figure, featuring an accurate likeness of actor Henry Cavill. Superman strikes a dramatic pose on this diorama base. Fully coloured and textured to a movie likeness, Superman requires minimal assembly for display. Order yours today from the Superman homepage online store. A number of toy and collectible manufacturers have announced their exclusive list of merchandise scheduled to be released at the 2014 Comic-Con in San Diego this month. Some of the Superman collectibles we've seen announced so far include Mobius Models 2 Man of Steel 12-inch statues, General Zod and Superman, Monogram International's 4-piece DC resin paperweight set featuring Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman and the Joker, Mattel's DC Universe Classic Doomsday action figure, and Funko's White Lantern Superman's San Diego Comic-Con exclusive pop vinyl figure, which also comes as a glow-in-the-dark variant. Supergirl is now available in the Infinite Crisis video game. Supergirl's release also heralds a brand new costume in store, Varsity Supergirl, sporting a blue and red varsity jacket, a trendy set of red khakis and a slightly hidden House of L t-shirt with her hair pulled back into a sporty ponytail. This Supergirl will run laps around her opponents. Pick up Supergirl and Varsity Supergirl in the Infinite Crisis store at store.infinitecrisis.com. Supergirl fans have a chance to win a Supergirl statue in the Infinite Crisis battle between Blue Beetle and Kara Zor-El. All you have to do is vote for Supergirl over Blue Beetle at the Infinite Crisis Facebook page. Voting ends at midnight on Monday, July 7th. We've been counting the days, weeks and months between issues of Superman Unchained, so it's only fitting that DC Comics has released a Superman Unchained wall calendar for 2015. With 12 full-colour images for January through December of 2015, The calendar also includes 4 extra planning grids for September through December of this year. Grab your Superman Unchained 2015 wall calendar from the Superman homepage online store today. Superman fans in Singapore can photograph themselves being saved by a 3D painting of Superman at the Alive Museum. The Superman painting is part of a collection of 3D artworks on display at the Alive Museum, Singapore, which are designed to fool the camera and create interesting photographs. The Damascus College Ballarat in Victoria, Australia will put on their performance of the Broadway musical It's a Bird, It's a Plane, It's Superman in July. The musical comedy will be performed in the Damascus College Auditorium across July 23rd to 26th at 8 p.m, with matinees on July 26 and 27 at 2 p.m. The Superman homepage Super Trivia Quiz has been updated for another month, and the 3 questions we're asking you this time around are: in the movie Superman 2, what company's neon sign does Superman throw General Zod into? In the movie Superman 3, what brand of cigarettes does Gus Gorman smoke? And in the movie Man of Steel, how many accident-free days were there on the Metropolis construction site before Zod and Superman's battle? If you think you can answer all 3 questions, come by the site now to submit your entry. And that was all the Superman news there was for the week June 27th to July 3rd. It's been a long week, a busy week. I'm Steve Younis from SupermanHomepage.com.
Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott!
Hello everyone, and welcome to another fabulous episode of Great Scott. I'm Scotty V. Thanks for watching. So here we are. It's very close to Independence Day. It's in America, July 4th. I think when this releases, it'll be July 4th. So happy holiday to everyone. And as a little brightener up of your day, I'm going to prove to you that there's interest out there for Superman and for Superman on film and for the character Superman and for the DC universe of films and for this new movie coming up, Superman v Batman. I changed the title myself because I like Superman's name first. Superman v Batman, Dawn of Justice, chum. They've added chum to the title because it sounds much more fun and exciting. And you know, those Marvel films are much more fun and exciting. They make you laugh, you know, while destruction's going on all around you. But they're very funny. They're buddy films. Everybody jokes about them. But, you know, knock a building down in a Superman movie and, hey, far too much destruction. Not one joke was made, but far too much destruction. A Marvel movie, a joke a minute. Same exact level of destruction, maybe worse. And we don't get the complaints. But I went to New York over the last couple of days to see a few Broadway shows. And I'm telling you, you know, where most of us live, I think, in general, at least where I live, you don't really see a lot of people walking around. You don't really see people's style, people's idea of what they're interested in. You talk to people that you know most of the time, and there's not really a lot of people wandering around. But when you go to New York City, there are throngs of people everywhere, no matter where you go, walking, doing things, going places, working, everything, everywhere, outside, everywhere. And I saw so many Superman shirts. Don't remember seeing too many other shirts. Captain America here and there, Green Lantern there, you know, once in a while. But Superman shirts. And I know a lot of times people just wear the S because they like the S. You know, they like the symbol, or they like to think of themselves as Superman. A lot of basketball players wear it. Bon Jovi's got a tattoo with the S on there. Some other musicians have it. I've seen it on a number of people, and as I said, I couldn't help but notice wandering around New York City how many S's there were, you know. And I went past the comic shop that I often go into, Midtown Comics, and right in the window, prominently displayed, has been there for years and years, S, first thing you see. They have a whole setup of Marvel superheroes on the windows on the other side, but when you're passing the building, it's a lit up S. You know, and Superman is prominent. You know, even if he seems to be down a couple of tiers in popularity at the moment, Superman's the guy. Superman's the one who started it all. Superman is known everywhere, the world over, you know, and there's definitely interest. So this article that came out, I guess, from Motley Fool and and was corroborated by some other sources. First of all, I want to hear from someone official. I want to hear the actual breakdown as far as it lost a -1% at the box office because it made $680 or whatever. It's the second or third most popular origin of a superhero, for most successful origin of a superhero movie ever made, and it did very well, and it made more money than most of the, 680, but it supposedly, in what it cost at $280, plus you got to add another $300 to that for marketing, is what a lot of these articles are saying. But here's the thing, and I might have said this before, the truth is it's more popular than all the other movies, even if their percentages were better, because like a horror movie that only costs $1 million to make and makes $100 million at the box office, that movie still only sold $100 million worth of tickets. Man of Steel sold $680 million worth of tickets, which means that many more people went to see it. So I'm thinking, if there is any truth to those numbers, and if they are realistic numbers, then that's a problem within the business office, because they spent too much money somewhere. But that many people still were interested in seeing it. I went to see Aladdin and the Genie, who just won the Tony for Best Actor in Musical. Saw my shirt. I had a Superman shirt on. Said, "Hey, DC, I love it, I love it, I love it." And he said, "A big fan for a long time." He pulled up his sleeve, and of course it was a Batman tattoo, but that's, it's okay. We can all live together. We can all live as one. I said, "Big movie coming up starring the two of them." He said, "I know, I am so excited. I cannot wait." I said, "I think it's going to be good." And he said, "It better be." A very funny guy, very nice guy, but the point is, there's a lot of interest in a lot of different areas. There's no reason this movie can't be great. Yeah, sure, it could be bad. And here it's coming from me. I'm positive today. I think we got a good shot here at it being something special, and I'm even talking to some fans who think, based on some of the things they're hearing, based on some of the castings that have been made, the fact that there's a big deal revolving around what Lex Luthor is going to be like, seems to them that this really is still going to focus on Superman and one of his nemesis, and that Batman's going to be a periphery supporting character. And even though we've heard Snyder talk about they're going to face off, they're going to have a physical altercation, maybe it won't be as bad as what some of us have thought at times. I'm excited though, and I see things every week, and I get more excited. So I think we got a good shot here. And, I think no matter what the numbers say, no matter what the bad business management was that might have made it not make money, even though it made more than most films and sold more than most tickets, more than most films sell in their tickets, I think Man of Steel was clearly popular and clearly successful. Thanks everyone for watching, and remember, you ain't never had a friend like me. What up, why? Hey now, blah, 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 do, 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 dee, dee.